IVC stands for the Ignatian Volunteer Corps. It's an opportunity for mature men and women to serve others, to work for social justice in society, and to transform lives in their community. There are thousands of programs for seniors in our country. Most of them involve volunteers leaving their home, going to the place of volunteerism, and returning, whereas IVC has 4 other components. Each volunteer is matched to a spiritual reflector with whom they share that journey. They meet and gather for monthly meetings. They journal, and they also have 2 days of prayer and an overnight retreat. Because of all these additional components, they have a very deep basis and a mission on which to serve.
I'm the Director of Refugee Services at Catholic Charities in San Diego. And for a number of years now, we have engaged Ignatian volunteers from the San Diego program at our agency. And I've had the pleasure of having a number of people in my department who have worked and volunteered helping refugee families.
For the last few years, we've had a wonderful partnership with IVC, with the Ignatian Volunteer Corps, that have improved the quality of our services, expanded the amount of services that we're able to provide, and really have given the organization depth. These volunteers that have come our way are just wonderful human beings, very committed, very devoted, and on top of that, many of them have had a professional background.
I have several roles in the San Diego IVC program. I am the animator, I am a member of the regional council, and I am also a spiritual reflector. The Ignatian Volunteer Corps is truly a unique organization. It is a marvelous opportunity for people in the second half of life when they have the spiritual dimension and a place where they can really meet with like-minded, like-spirited people. And to have that opportunity to meet once a month, as well as to be deepened in Ignatian spirituality, I think is a tremendous gift. Their changed also has changed me.
I'm a retired attorney, and I'm volunteering at St. Vincent de Paul with Legal Aid Society of San Diego. It's a fairly large organization. It's got about 100 people on staff. But what I do is coordinate the homeless advocacy program. That's a clinic that helps homeless people.
I am an Ignatian volunteer. I am also a spiritual reflector for 2 other volunteers in the Ignatian Volunteer Corps. I have the honor and the opportunity to sit once a month with a volunteer. And a reflector is an opportunity to have a sounding board and someone that can help you kind of unpack that experience and make sense of it.
Well, we both serve on the regional council, and we've been on the council for 4 years. And 3 years ago, I was asked to chair the council. So both as members and chair of the council, we do the kind of activities that involve strategic planning and fundraising. I think we're a support to Margie in her work as director. We give her some ideas on how to get more volunteers, which agencies to seek out, and we work pretty hard on the fundraising aspect.
Catholic Charities, as you know, is dedicated to the mission of serving the poor. And among the poor are people who are newcomers to the United States. They're refugees or they're asylees. They're people who are forced out of their own homes and out of their own country. For the sake of their lives, they leave, and they have a chance to come in and to start their lives again.
I feel it's important for me to give back. I've been lucky in my life, and I feel it's essential that I give back. I'm always amazed when we go to the monthly meeting and I hear the stories of how men and women are living their lives by giving to others, finding the presence of God in the others and in the workplace, and making a huge difference. I'm just so intrigued with our volunteers.
We have amazing volunteers that come from all walks of life. Many are teachers. We have accountants, doctors, lawyers, computer nerds. We have interior decorators. All backgrounds are welcome. Volunteers typically serve 2 days a week, which is the norm, but we also accept volunteers who can only serve 1 day a week or 2 half-days. And our volunteers serve people who may be incarcerated, abandoned, abused. They work with people who are homeless or hungry. Every possible situation within a city is who our people serve.
It's a work of love, means an opportunity to give back for all the blessings we've had in our life.
I am very glad to be part of a community who share my values. I've been a volunteer for 10 years, and I feel supported in the work that I do.
If somebody wants to volunteer with the Ignatian Volunteer Corps and they don't have a volunteer background, then they're in the right place, because Ignatian Volunteer Corps is so wonderfully set up to help you succeed. It changes the volunteer every bit as much, if not more, than the agency is impacted by the volunteer working there.
And someone may say, but I don't have a college degree. And we tell them, no one will ever ask them in their ministry, what degree do you have? Because it's not about that. In IVC, it's about your compassionate presence, presence, presence. And this is what makes our volunteers so special. They truly are called to their mission.
But some of the uniqueness that comes from the IVC volunteers is that they are professional, that they are committed, and then on top of all that, they have a faith-based understanding of their own Christian cause, of who we are, Casa Cornelia Law Center, as an organization, and enhancing those services, making it more real and more true to mission and to the belief that every human being deserves an opportunity and should be treated with respect and dignity, because we're all children of God.
I think I really appreciated the work that Ignatian Volunteers were doing, and so to be able to serve on the regional council, which really does some visioning and fundraising and those kind of activities for Ignatian Volunteers, we felt that we were really being a part of that process in San Diego.
I really believe that it's crucially important for somebody to be supported both in terms of volunteer opportunities and spiritually when they're doing volunteer work. IVC is one of the few organizations that does that for lay people. And I think it's a really unique organization and strongly support what it does, strongly support how it works with the volunteers, and strongly support what it does in the community.
I look forward to those monthly meetings. We nurture each other, we feed each other, spiritually and emotionally, and it helps us to do our work more fully and to really be engaged. And that, to me, is just the heart of what the Ignatian Volunteer Corps is all about. You don't need to be of any particular faith, especially you don't need to be Catholic, in order to be a part of the Ignatian Volunteer Corps. So wherever you find yourself in your daily life, and however you believe, you're welcome in the Ignatian Volunteer Corps.
IVC has a great group of people. When you self-select people that are willing to volunteer a couple of days a week to help the less fortunate, those people are just outstanding people. It is a pure joy to meet with them, to be involved in activities with them. That's one of the pleasures of IVC that probably doesn't get enough promotion.
You can apply by going to our website, www.ivcusa.org. You'll see the 16 regions listed. Click on San Diego. Up will pop all the information you need.
We hope that more and more people will come to know about us and join us.
The future of IVC is nothing but awesome. Our volunteers are so passionate about what they do because they know it's all about relationship. They are about widening the circle of compassion so that the people who live on the margins are brought into the circle and no one feels alienated. Experience, service, and reflection.
Thank you for IVC for your vision and your goodness and your commitment to live the gospel, to live as though the truth were true and to put first things recognizably first. I invite all of you to participate in that worthy, noble program.